Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Stacey Burrell, founder of the Motivational Institute. And today I would like to share something very special with you. In 2017, I graduated from Bellevue University with my master's degree in Human Services Administration. I was so excited to be completing this program that I decided to submit myself to completing our commencement speech. And so I did, and I got into the top three, one of the top three finalists to give our commencement speech, but was not selected. So what I would like to do today, what I'll do now, is share that speech with you. President Hawkins, Executive Committee, Board of Directors, faculty, graduating class of 2017, family, friends, and guests, welcome. I am humbled and honored to stand before you today, not on my own, but among the shoulders of men and women who fought for equal rights and education for all. The past is history. The present is not promised. All we have is today. And as much as I would love to celebrate this as an end, this commencement is the beginning. Today is a day to reflect on the hard work and effort that we put forth to achieve such a remarkable accomplishment. Now, this journey may have been painful for some, but we've reached the finish line. Our family, friends, mentors, and professors have helped us fight this battle so we didn't have to do it alone. Malcolm Forbes said, "Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one." I'm sure you all can agree that we want to be successful. But true success is not measured by what we hold in our hand today. Our success is measured by who we have become. Sometimes our greatest fears are not our limitations. Our greatest fears are what we can do and where we can go. Now, growing up, my parents instilled in me that I could do the impossible. Anything that I set my mind to do would be accomplished. As I grew older, life began to wear down on me. And somewhere along the line, I began to doubt myself, living in fear of failure, and regret. Class, we all have a testimony worth sharing, a compelling story behind the front page. 3 years ago, I found myself somewhat confused. To say the least, I began giving up on my dream. At this time of discouragement, someone close to me said that not only should I return back to work, but I should enroll in the master's program through Bellevue. Her name is Lindsay Nelson. Lindsay saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. She saw a warrior. I tell you this because we're all warriors, and today we have all overcome. Edgar A. Guest wrote a poem titled "Don't Quit," and it reads as follows. When things are going wrong, and they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Think about the monumental figures in our history that have faced failure before success. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, the Wright brothers, Madam C.J. Walker, Thomas Edison. Had Thomas Edison given up, we'd all be sitting here in the dark. Numerous times throughout this program, people ask me, why did you decide to return back to school? They were concerned about whether I'd make more money or if there was a job opportunity ahead. And for a moment, this discouraged me. But I remembered this is an opportunity. Whitney Young Jr., an American civil rights leader, said, "It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have that opportunity and not be prepared." We don't know what the future holds, but we've positioned ourselves to receive every bit of it. Research has shown that only 9% of Americans have obtained a master's degree in their lifetime. And for those who are parents, that percentage drops even lower. I'm a mother of 2 young children, and there were nights that I fell asleep in my daughter's bed with my laptop on my chest. I've studied late at night and early in the morning, completing discussion board posts with tears in my eyes, utterly exhausted. But in those moments, I thought about Eric Thomas, a motivational speaker from Detroit, and he said this: "Don't cry to give up, cry to keep going." Les Brown says, "It's not over until you win." So like many of you, I never gave up. And today, I stand before you a demonstration of God's grace. I understand that God is and always will be in control of my life. I'd like to read you a parable from an unknown author called The Donkey and the Pit. My mother shared this story with me one day when I felt defeated. One day, a donkey fell into a pit. The animal cried and whined for hours while his owner tried to figure out what to do. Finally, the farmer decided, hey, this animal's old and the pit needs to be covered up anyway. I'll just bury that old donkey right there. He got a shovel and began to fill the pit. The donkey continued to wail, but eventually he fell silent. After an hour of intense shoveling, the farmer stopped to rest. To his amazement, he saw his old donkey jump out of the deep pit and graze in the field. Initially, when the donkey realized what was happening to him in the pit, he cried out in despair. But then the donkey realized something. As each pile of dirt hit his back, the donkey would shake it up and take a step out on the growing mound. Eventually, the pile grew high enough for him to jump out of the pit. Life is going to shovel dirt on you, on all of us, all kinds of dirt. The trick to getting out of the pit is to shake it off and take a step up. Whenever I'm feeling defeated, I think about this story that my mother shared with me. And after a few chuckles and envisioning myself as a donkey, suddenly things don't seem so bad. What I've learned most about this program is to lean into the discomforts of life and embrace opportunities to become stronger and wiser. I'd like to conclude my speech with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward." God bless you all, and congratulations.